How did Jayson get through practice today? Was there any lingering concern with the wrist?
Yeah, he was able to do some stuff. He was sore after the game. He's gotten a little bit better today. He was able to go through some on-court work, and we'll go from there.
You think he's going to be good to go tomorrow?
Day to day.
And it looked like in that moment, you kind of on camera there, telling him to get up. What message were you trying to kind of convey there? It was kind of it looked like Al was kind of upset about the foul as well there. What was kind of going on in that moment on the sideline?
Love.
Joe, in a playoff series, they're going to make adjustments, right, when they lose a game. How much
It's such a big word, adjustments. You got to make them.
Well, how much are you preparing for those versus just trusting the guys to react to any changes they may make in the game?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you're adjusting every single possession. The game of reads, the game is different. Both teams are changing matchups constantly, changing different lineups. I think by the end of the game, each team has gone through multiple adjustments. And, so I know it's a trigger word, but both teams are doing that almost every possession throughout the game. And every game's different. That last game we did some really good things, which allowed us to maintain our shell. But this team's physical; they're talented. If we can't maintain our shell, you have to go to some different stuff. So it's really just having the process of the non-negotiables that head into a game, and then knowing that each game takes on a life of its own. You got to be ready to go whatever makes the most sense at that particular moment, depending upon how the margins and the things that impact winning kind of impact it.
Joe, Kristaps shot the ball. Oh, we're here. Kristaps just didn't shoot very well in game one. Just what can you guys do to make life easier for him?
I think just the way we screen, we can play a little bit faster to get him advantages. He does a great job of just impacting the game in different ways. So I really liked his defensive physicality and, some of the stuff that he did within our offense to create advantages for other. At the same time, he's got to, continue to do a better job screening and find some opportunities for him.
You said it was love. But why was it so important to you in that moment that Jayson get up and that looked like you didn't want the medical staff to go help him out? Like, why was it so important to you in that moment?
Yeah, again, I think at the end of the day, I'm grateful for the relationship that I have with the guys. I'm grateful for the relationship that I have with him, and you love guys in different ways, but everything's built on love. Everything's built on the relationship that we have. Their self-expression, they allow me to be who I am, and they trust. We have a trust for each other, but it all starts with love, and so in that moment, it looks different in different moments. But I appreciate who he is as a competitor and our team in that moment, but it all starts with that.
Joe, how do you feel the team made their reads against that Orlando defense? Do you think that the reads were the right ones and you just the defense was good, or do you feel like the reads could be better?
Why do you ask that?
Because from the outside, I feel like there might have been some missed kickouts. There might have been some missed opportunities. To me, it feels like maybe Jayson and Jalen did maybe a touch too much individually and didn't do some of the things that they had normally done with the ball movement. So I was just curious if you felt like the reads were proper.
Yeah, I thought they were. Like I said the other night after the game, I thought we lost our poise a little bit offensively in the middle of that second quarter. When they went on that run, we missed some screening. The reads are easier when you're more physical on your screens and you make the 2-on-1. So a lot of that work has to be done at the point of attack with the physicality of the way in which we screen. I thought, throughout the most of the game, against a team like that, to have 11 turnovers and to have, I think, 2 live ball ones and to hold them to 8 points in transition, I think shows the type of offensive organization and poise and physicality and the right reads that we made, because I think that's when Orlando's at their best, is when they're forcing live ball turnovers and getting out in transition. And I expect that'll be the big test for tomorrow.
Orlando does try to kind of bait you into ISO play, giving you mismatches and cutting off your passing lanes. So how do you combat that?
By making the right read. I think there's nothing wrong with isolation as long as it's you can bait an isolation into a 2-on-1. And, everything just depends on how you're being guarded and the type of screens that you have. So there's nothing wrong with isolation. It's what you do with it. Do you get the right shot for yourself? Do you get the right shot for your teammate? Do you have the proper spacing? They're going to test you every single possession because of their physicality. So, isolation is just the beginning of the possession because of what you're able to do with it. Especially when you play against a team switching and the physicality that they have,
Hey, Joe, you've leaned on the double big lineup very often throughout the season. It looked like you were very committed to that, to in Game 1 and throughout the series. We anticipate that moving forward. But the Cornette and Horford coming off the bench and together consistently throughout Game 1, why do you feel that pairing is important to have for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think every pairing's important to have. We had Al, Luke in the first half, and then we went KP by himself, Al by himself, and a little bit there. So what's most important is the versatility in with which we're able to go to versus different coverages and different lineups that we have. And so that versatility remains the most important thing, and taking advantage of the different identities that we've been able to build throughout the season. When it's Al and Luke, they do a great job defensively, changing matchups, changing coverages. They do a great job on the offensive end, rebounding. But I thought last game we used some of the different lineups, and they did too. And so I think that's that constant space of every game presents a different opportunity for different lineups. We're going to be ready to go whatever makes the most sense at that particular time.
How did Jalen come out of after Game 1? Was he able to do everything today? And it looked like physically he was where he wanted to be in Game 1. How did you kind of assist from where he looked like?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah.
Was he able to practice and do everything today?
Yep. Thank you, Joe. Thank you.